respect for this Tampa Bay Lightning team, but they just recognize how difficult it is to get to this situation once again. The fact that they were able to get to within 2 wins of winning their 3rd straight Stanley Cup, to me, is an incredible achievement. In today's salary cap era, I know we talk about dynasties and teams that have won 4 in a row in decades past. To me, to win 2 in a row and compete for a 3rd one here this year, they're right up there with some of the great NHL teams we've seen in NHL history because of how difficult it is to keep a group together considering the salary cap. So a fantastic year for Tampa Bay. They gave it all they could. In the end, they fell a little bit short to a terrific team in Colorado.
Colorado, first team to defeat the defending champions in the Stanley Cup Final since the Penguins beat the Red Wings in 2009. Cale Makar wins the Conn Smythe as the playoff MVP. The Tampa Bay Lightning, meanwhile, losing. They were going for a 3rd straight Stanley Cup. Didn't come to fruition. Snaps a string of 11 consecutive playoff series wins, which was the 3rd longest in NHL history behind the Islanders, which won 19 straight back in the early 80s, and the Canadiens in the 70s. First playoff series loss since being swept by the President's Trophy winner, the Blue Jackets, in 2019. Tampa Bay center Steven Stamkos.
It's the worst feeling, so, expectations are so high with this group that, there's probably a lot of teams that get to this position and feel like they had an unbelievable year. And for us, it's disappointing because we know what we have in there. And, we know that feeling that they're having over there right now. It's the best in the world. And, sometimes you forget the other side of it. It was just a grind. I mean, that's what makes it even tougher because you realize how hard you work to get here. Disappointment you probably can't put into words.
Steven Stamkos scored the lone Lightning goal, came in the first period. Sports Center all night, ESPN Radio. We had a champion crowned in Tampa on Sunday. We also had a champion crowned in Omaha.
1-2 pitch. He struck him out! From last floor in to last team standing, Ole Miss has won the College World Series.
That's how it sounded on ESPN as Ole Miss beats Oklahoma 4-2 to win the College World Series, the Men's World Series for the first time in program history. Rebels' only other NCAA team national championship, women's golf, last year. Ole Miss, one of the last 4 in on Selection Day. Sunday they were crowned champion. Their coach, Mike Bianco.
So much goes into it, and we've had so many great teams over the years, and so many times we came short of this place, and it's been really disappointing. But this is, for 22 years, a lot of guys that wore the uniform, they own a part of this, but the biggest part goes to these guys. You've talked about our story all week, and I've never seen a group of kids that were more resilient, more relentless, and of course, super, super proud.
A month ago, you didn't know if you were... You knew that was coming. A month ago, you didn't know if this group was still playing baseball. How do you describe what they just pulled off?
I was trying to keep the glasses on so you wouldn't see me cry. I don't know if you can describe it. We've talked, as we continue to play and continue to get a chance to play in the NCAA tournament, we talked about the journey. We talked about what a great story this would be. And it was. And we had a lot of great moments along the way. But a lot of them end in Omaha. And, one of the challenges when we won in Hattiesburg was don't go there just to show up, go to win. And, and of course they did, and they were terrific.
Coach Mike Bianco with our Chris Budden as Ole Miss becomes the 7th different SEC school to win the Men's College World Series. Oklahoma, meanwhile, first time the Sooners have lost the championship series in the Men's College World Series. They were trying to make it a clean sweep in the 2022 College World Series. Sooners won the Women's College World Series in Oklahoma City. Softball, men losing the championship series in Omaha. Sports Center all night, ESPN Radio. Oklahoma held to 8 hits in the Men's College World Series finals, fewest by any team since the best of 3 was introduced in 2003. Speaking of a lack of hits, there's the New York Yankees. No hit by the Astros on Saturday. Sunday, they were in the 7th inning. Again, still didn't have a hit.
Urquidy going to throw his 91st pitch.
That one's driven deep into center field. Turning and looking is Myers. There it is. There's a hit. There's a run. 3-1. Astros lead.
Giancarlo Stanton, the home run of the 7th inning, snapping a streak of 16 straight no-hit innings for New York. 16 straight innings without a hit. Tied with the Dodgers in 1981 and the 1973 A's for the longest such streak in the expansion era. DJ LeMahieu would hit a 2-run homer in the 8th. That tied the game at 3, and that's the way it would stay until the 9th.
The 0-1. That one's drilled deep to left field. Going back, Diaz looking up. See ya! A walk-off 3-run home run for Judge. And the Yankees win it. The Yankees go from no hit to no way is this happening again. A dramatic come-from-behind victory. And the Yankees split 4 with the Astros.
Michael Kay calling it on the YES Network. Yankees split the 4-game series. Aaron Judge walk-off hits in both wins. 6-3 the final. Yankees' 10th walk-off win this season. Most in Major League Baseball. KJ and Max will certainly be reacting this morning, 6 to 10 Eastern Time. They'll also be joined by Tim Kirkchin, ESPN Baseball Insider. He has certainly seen his share of no-hitters. He'll join the show at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Baseball certainly has had its share of high points and milestones like that. It can also give us some low points. That's next. SportsCenter All Night continues. It's ESPN Radio.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max.
When you look at a guy like Arch Manning, now recruiting-wise, Arch Manning is going to do the recruiting for you by committing to Texas. Now you're going to see the dominoes.
Get more from the guys Monday morning at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ESPN2. This is SportsCenter All Night.